Welcome to the Configure Price Quote podcast. My name is Frank Sohn and I'm the founder of No CPQ Consulting. This podcast is 100% focused on Configure Price Quote, also known as CPQ, and will provide you useful insights into this topic. My guests today are Joost Harms and Marcel Jonker from Virtutec. Virtutec was founded in the Netherlands in 2020 and offers a CPQ solution with visual capabilities. The company has around 17 employees and Joost lives with his family in Emmen. That's in the northeast, close to Germany. He has 20 years of business experience and Marcel lives in Tijdsjerk near Leeuwarden. I probably butchered that, sorry about that, in the north of the Netherlands and has over 25 years of business experience. Welcome, Joost and Marcel, to the CPQ podcast.
Hello.
Hello, thank you.
Very excited to have you. So then let's maybe start by telling our listeners a little bit more about yourself and what you did before you founded Virtutec. And let's start with you, Joost.
Okay, thank you. I was formerly a constructor, make some buildings. I was as well engineering, and I live in the Netherlands, so we were told. And I have a wife and 3 children, and I'm very excited to have this podcast.
Perfect. Very excited to have you, Marcel. Then let's talk about you. What did you do before you founded Virtutec?
Yes, good day. Also, thank you for having us. I'm Marcel Jonker and I live in Tijdsjerk. That's the name of how to pronounce it. And I live here with my wife and 2 children. And I used to be a business office manager. And I was working on a machine factory for approximately 18 years. And we were building agricultural machineries which were exported all over the world. Yeah, and after that, I did some additional work on engineering and helping other people and companies to find each other. It was more like a connection job. So that's what I did. And after some time, we met, Jos and I, and that's where Virtutec started.
Excellent. And what was the reason? Why did you want to start the company in 2020?
Well, Jos and I already know each other for a longer time. I think some 15 years, Jos, I think.
Yes, I think.
And in that time, we started having discussions about how to organize processes in a better way by using visualization. And I was very interested in that, and Jos was very interested also in that. And he was looking more from a software kind of view, and I was working more from a process kind of view, which was directly occurring at our company at that moment. Yeah, and that's where our ideas came together.
And we believe in the same.
But you picked a very challenging time to do that, right? So that was during the pandemic. Did that make it easier or harder? What do you think?
Well, it somehow helped us, but we already started 15 years ago. So the pandemic was maybe the final push to get it better to the market or something like that. But we already believed in showing people what to do and not just telling them. So I think the pandemic has helped us in some way that people came to work at home and getting a little bit more distanced from each other. So I think this helped us a little bit in progress.
Because we believe in visualization. Because we think that the way we built the CPQ solution is totally based on visualization. And with visualization, you don't need another experience to believe what product you will sell in a CPQ solution.
And what do you like to do when you don't work? And let's start with Joost.
When I don't work, I like a lot. I have a big tomato. I like to make some meat with a good glass of wine and with a couple of friends. That's my big favorite after work because I work a lot and I need that sort kind of opportunities to have family and friends around me.
Excellent. And how about you, Marcel? What do you like to do when you don't work?
Well, I like to be with friends and family, of course, also. And next to that, I have a volunteer job, which is on a big village garden. We try to run a very big garden with approximately 80 volunteers. And that's why I spend a lot of money also, but time mainly. Yeah, I think that's good to be there.
Okay, good. So then let's talk about your company and the products and services that you offer. What can you tell us about that?
Now, in basic, Virtutech sells 3 solutions divided over the customer journey or company journey, whatever you want to call it. In basic, we always start with our product like Salcon. And Salcon is a sales configurator, which is mainly used for marketing and sales purposes. You can compare it a little bit like the game for children, like Farming Simulator or other games like that. But we use it for serious business. In this 3D world, we use these 3D models for telling people about the machines or solutions you want to sell, and also make a direct connection to the engineering working field. Second product we have is a Procon tool, and in this tool we use visualization for guidance of mounting processes. So in this, you can see it something like the technical Lego manuals which come with these packages. And the third package, the third solution we sell is a Sercon, and that's our service app. And that one is also based on 3D. You have your own web shop already available when you have 3D models. And with this service app, you don't need to have any paperwork anymore, like manuals you need, but not anymore the spare part books because you have it digitally. So we have 3 main products which cover the company journey. And next to that, we have some additional products which are, for example, 3D tours or Matterport tours, which we can provide with a lot of information about your company or about an area or whatever you want to put in it. So that these are the our main products.
And what industries do you focus on right now?
And basically, because that's our background, we focus mainly on machine factories, but we also are involved already in processes which help to mount switch panels, for example, and in basic something with
education.
Building. Yeah, and game. Yeah, and also.
Yes, Marcel.
And also, we also do something for building houses, just to help people through the building processes.
So builders, excellent. And what are the customer sizes that you deal with typically, or revenue size, however you look at it?
Well, it depends a little bit on. We have a very big variety on these different customers. There are some customers who only have some companies who only have maybe 5 or 8 employees. But there are some bigger companies already also which come up to 50 or 60 employees. But you now see that more and more people get interested in the possibilities which you have with this tool. So even bigger companies like Jos, KLM, KLM are interested also.
Excellent. So, but I would expect right now, company is fairly young. Product is still focused more on the Benelux countries, I would expect, right? Or you're already going beyond that?
Yeah, it happens a little bit to us because we one of our main first customers, he was from England. So but in basic we look to the Benelux. Yeah. But now you see we are discussing in a podcast which comes from America. So we don't know where we go to.
We had a discussion in Mexico We had this discussion in England. I speak someone in French. So it's going very fast.
Excellent. So then tell me a little bit more what your customers are interested in. What are the top 3 capabilities they are asking you for?
Well, mainly it's about visualization of complex machinery. So the machines get more and more complex, and it's not always that easy to tell it by text, but you can use visualization for that. So that's one of the main reasons they come to us. Process support is also I think it's well directly connected to the first point also. And a lot of our customers, they want to make a better connection between sales and engineering. So that's why a lot of people come to us also. Yeah.
And the last questions are echt unboxing. Dus how when we shipped complete machinery to his customer, how can he unbox with a visualization solution? And how can he unbox his NM and completely engineered is on his place?
And when you look at this in general, so what kind of environments do these customers have? Do they have CRM solutions? Do they have ERP solutions? If so, which ones do they have, and which ones do you need to support?
It's a wide variety of different systems they already use, like ERP, like CAD drawing systems. So we see mainly the big names which you already know which come by, but we have some of our customers which are very small. They don't even have ERP systems. They work with some PDF paperworks, and they are also capable of manufacture machinery. So it is from high level to very low level. So that where we can make this connection, we do, but it's not always needed.
And he have probably his own 3D models. They make from SolidWorks or Inventor or another 3D applications, and that we used. And they almost some not have ERP and working from Excel or PDF or Words or whatever.
And since we talk about that, let's also look at, since it's a CPQ solution, it's not just the configuration part, it's also the pricing and quoting part. What do you do concerning pricing? How do you support them? And also the quoting part, what can you tell us about that?
We always look from the 3D model, and we compare it a little bit. There is this engineering price list, and you have this sales price list. And with this visualization tool we make the connection between these both price lists, to say so. So yeah, that's mainly we are having a discussion from salespeople to engineering people who don't understand each other very well always. So that's in basic where we come and help.
And what do you do concerning the quote? So you prepare some specifically, your customers use Word documents or Google Docs, or what kind of output documents do you support on the quoting side?
In basic, we support a PDF system, which we have in our own solution. But this PDF file can also be something for Excel, like CSV or a Word file or whatever file you want to use. The system is capable of sending all this information to an ERP system or CRM system, which you already have. So we don't always make this quotation, but if there is not a system which can do the quotation, we can do it ourselves also. So it depends a little bit on which system is already available.
Got it. So then let's look at the implementation right now. So who is implementing the solution? I guess it's going to be your team. How many folks are dedicated to implement the solution?
Now, from this group of 17 people, which are already a little bit more currently, there are, I think, 3 or 4 people who are working on the software to make this connection, which we use as as an API. And once this API is finished, then we can use it for a lot of different types of software. And most of the times when it's finished, then it's working.
In one
the
question,
implementation.
yeah, sorry, go
And the
on.
implementation is 2 speed rounds, about 1 hour, and we have the whole complete area to let you build a CPQ solution.
So just want to follow up on that one. So the implementation time is how long on average?
Depending on your availability of 3D models, we can do it within several hours if you want to.
Novo CPQ Consulting helps you with all CPQ related questions. For example, we help customers to find the best CPQ solution for their business, and we help customers analyze their current business process to determine if and where CPQ can help. Here it's important to point out that we are 100% independent and always look out for our customers first. This means for us also that we don't get paid by any CPQ vendor for providing them new customers or for any other services. We are focused on our customers and always provide the best available information to them. We also help system integrators to improve their services, and we offer the only CPQ industry subscription that provides monthly CPQ news and trends. We have many other services, so check it out today at novocpq.com. Send me an email to frank.zoon@novocpq.com to learn how we can help you with your CPQ questions, and keep us in mind when you look for 100% impartial CPQ advice. And so far, we've only talked about 3D. Do any of your customers also ask for 2D?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then mainly in a combination.
Okay.
Yes.
So you always do both.
Yeah. In basic, we start with 3D. But some of our customers, for example, ask if it is possible to put a 2D background of a factory sometimes on this grid. So then they start with a 2D drawing, but they build it onto this 2D drawing they built with 3D machines.
So, and I think that brings up a good question, especially concerning the typical project, right? When you look at this, what would you consider a typical project, and how would that look like from a customer point of view? Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
And normally spoken, if people start using our system like Salcom, then they have this 3D world available into which they can build their project. And this project can be like 1 kilometer by kilometers wide maximum, but we can even do it bigger if you want to. But customers start to build their own new world. So they can implement the machines or the buildings they already have. They put it sometimes like a scan or like a 3D model, which they already have available. They put it in our 3D world, and then they can add some additional machines to it. So, for example, if you are a seller of box handling machines, say to mention something. You can put in your 3D model of your building, and then you can fill this building with all of the machines which are needed to handle boxes in this case. So then, that's where you start to build your own virtual new area, and you can change it as the customer looks directly to your same screen. To say
and what are the typical challenges they encounter when they do that, right? So the project can be fairly quick. You mentioned that, then you start the visualization, but what are the typical challenges you have seen so far that your customers run into?
Now, one of the biggest challenges is that they have to make a step into this 3D world, like they cannot always understand what is happening. So it is a very big, overwhelming thing. The people, new customers are not expecting to have all of these machines like a very big project on their screen. So that's something we see when they, for example, put on VR goggles. Then people start to experience the project, and not just to look at it from a distance, but they are in the project. They are more involved when they have these VR glasses on, for example.
And what do you do then to deal for them to deal with that better? So how do they deal with the challenges they encounter?
It's a complete new experience. So we try to tell them in advance what is going to happen. But this is something you, for example, in VR, you have to experience the new world. And once you have experienced that, then it's getting easier to understand what you see and what the options are and what the possibilities are with the new machines, for example, you are going to buy. So
and let me ask one question also. So the customers that use your solution right now, these are mostly salespeople, or you have others as well?
Most of the people we are cooperating with, they are company owners, and they see the options for their salespeople, and they also see the cross connection to their engineering people. Mainly we are, for the Salcom tool, we are working with sales directors or sales managers, but sometimes the discussion also starts with a technical engineer who sees the service solution and then starts to find out what the other options are also.
Yeah. And for the Procon solution, they have his own academy. So you can make with the Procon solution your own academy for unboxing, but also to train some people on a distance. So this is also we have the complete company journey, and you also can train some people on a distance with the Procon solution.
But the solution really seems to be for the sales user, right? So you're not planning to use that for e-commerce users or channel users, I guess. Is that correct?
But you can also use it for e-commerce. If you, for example, if you have an open demo on your website with some of your machines, for example, then you can use it for e-commerce purposes also.
Okay.
Yes, because you can use it as like a Tesla, and then for the machinery, you can also build a Tesla online, and now you can use it as e-commerce to build your machinery online.
Okay, got it. Very good. So then let's also look at one thing, that's the solution architecture that you use for your solution. What can you tell us about that one? And how does it impact any customer buying decisions?
I think that's something for Jos to tell what the system is about.
The system is about is a SaaS oplossing, we call it in the Netherlands. It is an online solution. And in this online solution, all the components can be uploaded in the solution, and we can build it on the grid. And this complete solution we build so you can use it in your website or whatever you want in your own architecture, ICT architecture. So that's the solution we build. And we make the 3D files you have from your machinery. We make a fix on it, and the fix is so that you can use it on the internet all the way where you are. What's your Wi-Fi or whatever it is.
It's somehow a hybrid solution. So it's a SaaS solution for people who are working directly from internet. But next to that, we have the on-premise solution also. So for the more remote solutions or people who are not always working on internet, you can have this on-premise option also. It's a combination.
Okay, excellent. Got it. And then one question, I mean, always when you have a new company, you have to get the word out. That's always challenging. There's a couple of sites that people use, the industry reports and stuff like this. How did you get the word out to your customers so that more people know about you?
It's about speaking a lot of people who are in this business. What we usually do is go to shows and talk with a lot of salespeople which are around the showgrounds. We do some things on the internet, of course. We use social media, but yeah, we are not that old already, so we try to. We have to find out to reach the right people also. So yeah,
and you're using something online, like I have an idea, like the G2, they have reviews and stuff like this. Is there something similar that you're using for the Benelux that how people learn about you?
Not yet. Not yet. We are working currently on our new website. It's virtutech.io. It's the same with the normal painter. Your own home is not always when you are a painter. Your own home is not always the most well painted home. But we are working on that. So
and we are very, very happy that our customers told his customer that he easily can use our CPQ solution. So the new customers come always from the customer who we have built something for him. Yeah. And he's very excited to show it to another guys. And the guys, they call us, say, I want some same solution. That is the great honor to give to us.
Excellent. Got it. One thing I want to make sure we also discuss, we talked a little bit about integrations, but the CAD integrations that you support off the shelf, tell me a little bit more about that. Like the SolidWorks, the Creo, and so on, you support them all off the shelf, or is there anything you need to do project specific for each customer?
There are some different ways of looking at it. Normally spoken, we use 3D models, and it can be whatever model in 3D you want to give to us. So it can be something like a step file, it can be OBJ, it can be whatever type of 3D file you have available and you are using yourself. We also do with photogrammetry models. So a lot of 3D models are applicable in our system.
And also the original 3D CAD models from SolidWorks, Solid Edge, Creo Direct, Inventor, and all the solutions that in mechanical engineering they used 3D, and we also in building engineering. So you have a Revit file from AutoCAD. We also can use, because we have an enormous expansion of what we can read about some 3D data.
And is there anything else that's unique or kind of interesting that we should have talked about, but we didn't talk about so far, aside from the virtual capabilities, obviously?
I think the main one of the main things people should know is that we work from a 3D area, and there we make connections to ERP solutions, we make connections to CPQ solutions, we make connections to whatever process support you want, but it all starts from the 3D visualization tool, and that's our main solution.
And what you also must know is that when you build a machine and they must put on an area, then you also can scan this area and can scan on our grid. And then you can build your machine in this area. That's one of the biggest solutions we have, because suppose the iPhone 13 Pro has its own scanner, and you have this data on the grid, and in this data you can also build in this grid your machine park.
And we're coming to the end of this episode, so hence my last question is, what's a good way for interested listeners to get a hold of you in case they have any follow-up questions?
Well, I think they can reach us through our website. I already mentioned virtutech.io. It will be online within short terms. And otherwise you can find us through LinkedIn or just send us an email. But yeah, we're open for discussion.
And also salcom.nl.
Excellent. We will have all this information in the show notes. Joost, Marcel, thank you very much for making time for the CPQ podcast today.
Yeah, thank you very much for having us.
Thank you very much.
I'd like to thank everyone for listening and hope you learned something interesting today. If you like the podcast, please go ahead and rate it on iTunes or share it with your friends and colleagues. In the meantime, you can find us online at www.novocpq.com. So long, everyone.